Cold hands wrap around this weak cup. Your number glows, I never press call. Night rain blurs the glass to gray. If I had spoken, would you have stayed? I taste the words, but swallow them back. I left before you could. Fading light on your unread door. Empty doorways where our echoes waited. My fault hangs in this trembling breath. I left before you could. Last talk plays like a scratched reel. You said space, I heard goodbye. I step back slow from your soft light. Called it strength, but it was fear. If I had spoken, name that fear. Would I have held you just 1 year longer? I left before you could. Quiet rooms now know my full name. Unreturned calls haunt my loose sleep. Photographs shaking in my late hand. I left before you could. I drew the line, then blamed your side. Love never stays became my thin shield. Truth is, I never learned to be held. Though I ran from hurt into its arms, but I see us now just one step apart. Your eyes soft, mine already leaving. Dawn leans in through Rain Street glass. Strange peace comes wrapped in regret. Maybe you never meant to walk. I walked for us and walked alone. I left before you could. Streetlights fade, but the weight stays. I waited inside walls I built myself. Too late to learn your steady light. I would have held you so much longer. I left before you could. I go out to the waking street, still yours inside. Night rain hangs over the quiet roofs. City lights blur like tired eyes. Cold hands rest on the cracked stone. I breathe slow, counting old mistakes. Your last soft words still haunt this air. I said nothing, watched your bright face fall. I left you before you could leave. Fading light on your open doorway. Photograph shaking in my weak hands. I waited, you didn't come back. I left you before you could leave. Every laugh you had felt far, like some room I could not reach. Your eyes slipped past my trembling breath, so I chose this hush instead. You tried to care in your shy way. I said nothing. Let the silence answer. I left you before you could leave. Empty doorways stain the night inside. Unreturned calls ring through these quiet rooms. If I'd spoken, I'd have held you longer. I left you before you could leave. Sky above, asphalt below, same distance. Your name moves through the wind so faint. I see you waiting, small hopeful shadow. Then colder truth floods through my chest. I feared being forgotten, so I vanish. My fault hangs heavier than this dark. Now I know I was first to run. I called my fear love, but it lied. I traded your touch for this safe aid. This rooftop refuge turned into my cell. I left you before you could leave. Night rain hides the tears I denied. If I had stayed through my own terror, maybe your soft faith would have grown. Now every dawn feels like my sentence. I left you before you could leave. I sit with your ghost and my choice. Night rain leans on the rooftop stone. City hums under this fading light. Your laugh haunts these quiet rooms. Photographs shaking in my cold hands. I count the times your eyes went elsewhere. Never asked why, I just folded smaller. I left before you could leave. Thought I was guarding my trembling breath. Empty doorways grew wide between our words. Unreturned calls hung like low dark clouds. I left before you could leave. Love me just not my way. I felt the tide slip from reach. I held the distance like a shield. Each step back carved a deeper void. I traced your name in fog glass. Afraid to speak truth, I just vanished. I left before you could leave. Told myself it hurt less this way. Your soft voice echoing down the stairwell. I never turned back, I chose the silence. I left before you could leave. Days blur behind rain-streaked windows. Your shadow walks halls I cannot enter. I feared you leaving, so I became it. My thought hangs heavy in the still air. If I had spoken, I'd have held you longer. Too late, the words drown in night rain. Now the room listens more than I do. Quiet rooms know what I denied. Love was there, just not my measure. I made the wound I tried to escape. I left before you could leave. I built my own loss, brick by brick. Cold hands reach for a ghost of us. Fading light spills over what might be. I waited, you didn't come back to me. I left before you could leave. And saving myself, I walked myself home alone. Night rain runs down my window, fading light on these quiet walls. Your laugh still haunts this small room. Cold hands reach for a ghost. I kept a step back from your heart, thinking space would hurt less than loss. I left before you could leave. Empty doorways hold you softly. Photograph shaking in my hands. If I had spoken, you might stay. I left before you could leave. I let it just ring. Trembling breath held in my chest. I walked past our street at dusk, afraid of how your eyes burned. I kept my fear wrapped around every word, thinking silence would keep me safe. I left before you could leave. Your shadow waits by my door. Night rain hides what I never said. If I had spoken, I'd hold you longer. I left before you could leave. You stood there soaked in the doorway, asked why I had stopped trying. My throat closed on the only truth. Taylor made the silence I feared built. You turned the stairwell, swallowed you whole. I broke myself so you would not break me. Now days blur into gray and blue. Unreturned calls echo in my mind. I see you love me without doubt. I was the one who walked away. I left before you could leave. Fading light stains this tired room. Every missed word circles like night rain. My fault, I chose distance over faith. Now I trust love I no longer have. I left before you could leave. I wait by the window, alone with the silence. Dim light on our old small table, empty mug, cold hands on the rim. Your laugh hangs faint in the air. I breathe slow, like I might break. If I had spoken, would you have stayed? Or was I always fading in your story? I lost you first to not be left, hooked on the echo of unreturned calls. Photographs shaking in my tired hands. Night rain blurs the glass, hides my face. I lost you first to not be left. Days grew loud, my room stayed quiet. Your ghost sat down in every chair. I called your name without a sound. Each missed word built another wall. If I had waited, let you answer, would your soft doubt have turned to staying? I lost you first to not be left. I wore my fear like a heart shield. Your reaching hands met my closed door. You stopped knocking, I called that fate. I lost you first to not be left. One night rain pinned me to your doorway. Trembling breath, I almost said your name. Silence on the other side screamed back. I left so you wouldn't have but that small truth cut through my chest. I left myself there outside your life. Now every quiet room holds your shadow. Fading light spills across your empty chair. My fault sits heavy in my throat. I walked away to feel less alone. I lost you first to not be left. Too late, I see what I protected. These walls kept love out, not pain. I waited, you didn't come back home. I would have held you longer through fear. I lost you first to not be left. I stay, learning to miss me too. Night rain slides down the glass. City lights blur like old thoughts. Quiet room, my cold hand stay. Your smile lives in the window. I count each breath against the fading light. Every sip tastes like a word unsaid. I would have held you longer if I had spoken when you called. Empty doorways echo with unreturned calls. Photographs shaking in my tired hands. I would have held you longer. You asked why I would disappear. Your voice soft, still trying to stay. I hid deep inside my own fear. Pulled back each time you reached. I feared my heart would never be enough. So I chose silence instead of your arms. I would have held you longer if I had stayed inside your reach. Night rain hums where your laugh once lived. My fault hangs heavy in the quiet. I would have held you longer. I left before you could see through me. Thought leaving first would hurt much less, but the hurt stayed. Just change names, bear with love is who stays despite the fear. You were there, I was already gone. I called it safety, it was lost. Now days fold into one long room. Your ghost leans in each dark corner. I see that street that last dim night. My hand let go, my heart stayed. I would have held you longer if I had known leaving breaks both sides. Cold hands reach for a fading light. You didn't come back, I still wait. If I had spoken, I'd be beside you. I would have held you longer. I whisper your name, and the rain answers alone.
Night rain blurs the glass, slow falling. Cold hands trace ghost on the window. Empty chair waits where you once were. Quiet room holds every word unsaid. Hear that leaky faucet count our silence. Every drop whispers back the things I hid. I was gone before you left. Fading light on your side of the bed. Photograph shaking in my tired hands. Name still caught in trembling breath. I was gone before you left. Third Street coffee, your soft bright laugh. My small voice lost in your light. I felt the crack under each smile. I pulled back first, called it mercy. You asked why my shadow kept retreating. I drowned the truth in one cracked sentence. I was gone before you left. Night rain washed your question down the stairwell. Unreturned calls pile like unread prayers. You reached for me, I chose the dark. I was gone before you left. I loved you enough to walk away. Fear dressed as care is still fear. I waited for hurt, so I made it. Empty doorways learned my steady footsteps. I said it was kind, it was coward. My fault was never daring to stay. Now I sit where your warmth once settled. Quiet rooms echo all I never offered. If I had spoken, I'd have held you longer. I see it now, too late to change. I was gone before you left. Your soft hope stood shaking by the doorway. didn't come back, I don't blame you. Some love dies inside before it's spoken. My chest still holds your fading breath. I was gone before you left. I watched the rain and learned to miss you quietly.
Cold hand buried deep in my coat. Empty sheets, glowing fading light. Every door swing steals my breath. I count shadows, pretend I'm fine. Your late footsteps echo down this quiet room. I smiled too soon, had my trembling breath. Maybe we're both just tired. Night rain blurs your face in glass. Your eyes dodge mine, then meet halfway. I taste goodbye in your soft excuse. Maybe we're both just tired. Talk fast, your gaze finds corners. Coffee shakes between your thin fingers. I nod slow like I don't see how your laugh dies before it lands. You rush stories fall short in this light. I swallow words, let the silence answer me. We're both just tired. Empty doorways wait behind your chair. My fault hides quiet beneath each pause. If I had spoken, would you stay? Maybe we're both just tired. Feel the space grow with each breath. I pull away first, call it defense. I left before you could, my cruel truth. Yet your chair stays warm when you leave. Two ghosts part ways in a bright room. Both walk out alone into night rain. You stand there soft, already gone. The door clicks shut, the world continues. Photographs shaken live only in me. I see my hands letting you slip. Maybe we're both just tired. I waited, you didn't come back. Too late to mend all those unreturned calls. I would have held you longer through night rain. My fault sits heavy in this quiet. Maybe we're both just tired. I stay seated while our fading light falls. hands fold around your photographs. Two strangers laughing, fading light. I ask, when did we disappear? These quiet rooms hold words I never said. I hear them now as if you're here. I left before you could leave. Thought distance might hurt a little less, but every unreturned call still rings. Empty doorways echo my trembling breath. I left before you could leave. I watched you sleeping softly. Your small size kept my fear back. Still I pulled from your warm hands. I thought I was not enough. The night grew long, your questions grew softer. My silence answered louder than any lie. I left before you could leave. Eyes asked why my mouth stayed closed. One pause turned love to breaking glass. Photographs shaking like they might speak. I left before you could leave. You stood so still by the doorway, said nothing, just wrapped your coat tight. I left because I thought if I stayed you'd leave anyway. Now that line haunts each fading light. If I had spoken, would you have stayed? I would have held you longer through night. Days turn to weeks, the streets stay. I walk where our old plans breathe. My fault echoes in each quiet turn. The space I made will not heal. I left before you could leave. No shield, just a wound with no home. I waited, you didn't come back. Too late to mend the soft unravel. My chest remembers your trembling breath. I left before you could leave. I saved myself from you by losing you completely. Night rain runs down the cafe glass, fading light falls around my chair. Cold hands
hands trace this cracked old cup. Your smile haunts each blurred reflection. I hear your laugh in these quiet rooms. Every soft echo asks why I'm here. I left before you could leave. Photographs shaking in my tired hands. Your unreturned calls ring in my chest. If I had spoken, I'd have held you. I left before you could leave. Long in those dim halls, your trembling breath on the phone line. I watched it fall to silent dark. Too late, I chose my empty shield. I feel your words in the night rain. Every missed answer sound like my fault. I left before you could leave. Our quiet fights were made of nothing. Empty doorways learn the shape of you. If I had stayed, I'd have held you. I left before you could leave. Nights you left, no doors were slammed. Suitcase wheels whispered across the floor. You did not beg, I did not speak. Cowards called, distance love, my heart whispered. Walls I built stood higher than your hope. I watched you fade, still claiming I care. Dust walks me through hollow streets. Your name lives deep in each shadow. My fault hangs heavy in each slow step. I broke us first to not be broken. I left before you could leave. But the wreckage stayed here in my chest. Your side of the bed keeps its cold. If I had loved loud, I'd have kept you. I lost you slow, trying not to bleed. I left before you could leave. I saved my heart and still lost you.
Night rain blurs the glass outside. Dim light shakes on my cold hand. Steam curls up from an untouched cup. Your ghost sits across, saying nothing.
Every chair around us holds our fading light. I taste the words too late to speak. I left first, but I stayed broken. Empty doorways echo with your quiet name. Photographs shaking in my tired hands. I waited, you didn't come back home. I left first, but I stayed broken. You lost still on the wind, soft and sharp like night-ring grass. Hesses grew full and jazz. You reached out, I learned to flinch. I called it mercy, walking from your door. But mercy felt colder than your silence. I left first, but I stayed broken. Unreturned calls ring through my thin sleep. If I had spoken, would you stay? I would have held you longer, less proud. I left first, but I stayed broken. Your last look said more than any scream. Stood so still, my trembling breath failed. The door shut hard, my courage with it. Boy, love leaves slow and fear holds fast pace. I saved myself from what I needed. Now every safe night cuts me open. Quiet rooms hum with what ifs. My fault stains each shadow on the wall. I run from love in my own chest. The fear stays, you are what's missing. I left first, but I stay broken. Fading like pools on the coffee floor. If I had stayed inside that pain, maybe our cracked hearts could stay real. Now I wear loss like a second skin. I left first, but I stayed broken. I watched the night rain fall where you were. Night rain blurs the glass and street. Your old chair waits in this dim corner. Cold hands hide in my coat. I drink your ghost in slow sips. I watched you shine from just outside the light. I called it fate, it was only fear. Maybe if I had stayed, you wouldn't have had to leave. Empty doorways frame your fading light. My trembling breath holds back your name. Maybe if I had stayed. Your quiet laugh haunts this closed room. Photographs shaking in my small hands. I waited, you didn't come back. My fault hangs heavy in the air. I fill the space with weak jokes, thin stories. You heard my silence louder than my words. Maybe if I had stayed, you wouldn't have had to leave. I pulled away to feel less small. You thought my distance meant no love. Maybe if I had stayed. You said you feared that I would leave. I was already halfway through the door. Love dies most softly in withheld truth. I wore my doubt like something shield. If I had spoken, I'd have held you longer. Now night rain keeps saying what I wouldn't. I see it now, I was the echo, the first to leave the room inside. Too late to mend that broken doorway. Your quiet goodbye lives under my skin. Maybe if I had stayed, you wouldn't have had to leave. I mistook your hush for cold rejection. You mistook my shaking for not caring. Two scared hearts hiding in the same room. Maybe if I had stayed. I walk on alone, carrying the words back home. Night rain draws lines on our old glass. Cold hands rest where your body slept. Quiet room hums with the city. I breathe slow like I might break. Photographs shaking in my tired hands tonight. If I had spoken, would you have stayed? I left before you could leave. Fading lights slipped down the bedroom wall. Your unreturned call still ringing in me. Trembling breath caught on your almost word.
I left before you could leave. Your hand slipped loose in that last hallway. Empty doorways watched us drift apart. You looked past me, eyes so tired. My fault hides under every pause. I walked away shaking, you stood so still. If I had spoken, would you forgive? I left before you could leave. A shadow split on the wet street. Night rain drowned all the names you gave. I waited, you did not turn back. I left before you could leave. I passed your building in the dusk. Balconies hold ghosts of our soft house. I left hoping you wait. I whispered cold, but you never did spur. Too late to call, too scared to stay. Silence weighs more than your goodbye. Now every quiet room feels like judgment. My chest echoes with all I hid. I see a door, but I keep walking. I chose the loss I feared from you. I left before you could leave. Fading light now stains my own walls. Cold hands reach out to the dark air. I would have held you longer through night rain. If I had spoken, I might believe. I left before you could leave. I walk on, carrying the words I swallow. Night rain taps on my window glass. Fading light stains this quiet room. Your life lives in some far doorway. My cold hands still reach for you. I watched your eyes drift past my face slowly. Told myself love was never meant equal. I left before you could leave. Photographs shaking in my small hands. Your last soft smile stays, then breaks. My trembling breath hides each missing word. I left before you could leave. Late calls thinned out into nothing. Empty doorways grew inside our days. I saved us with small careful lies. You said I wish you would stay. I
heard that wish fall through the silence. Still told myself love was never equal. I left before you could leave. Typed I'm fine while my chest collapsed. You're fragile, are you there? Hung weightless. Night rain drowned what I meant to say. I left before you could leave. Years pass, the city forgets our names. Your life plays on, I fade outside. I ran from less and found nothing. My fault sits quiet behind my eyes. If I had spoken, asked you to stay, I would have held you so much longer. Now oceans live where our days once touched. I watch you smile in some distant light. I call it mercy, a kind clean break. Truth is I never learned to be brave. I left before you could leave. Cold hands chose loss instead of your doubt. Quiet rooms echo with words unsent. Too late to learn how to stay. I waited, you didn't come back. I left before you could leave. In the end, feel loved you more than I did. Night rain slides down the old glass. Have light spills across our corner seat. Cold hands curl around an untouched cup. Your ghost sits quiet across from me. Photographs shaking in my worn mind tonight. Every smile hides a small trembling breath. I left so you wouldn't have to. Fading light over our empty doorways, I waited. You didn't come back here. My fault hangs in the quiet air. I left so you wouldn't have to. Words once flowed soft between our eyes, and each small pause grew sharp edges. You stared past me towards some far place. I built walls before you closed yours. If I had spoken, would you have stayed? Or just watch my trembling breath break? I left so you wouldn't have to. Night rain hid the truth on your face. I waited, you didn't turn around. Too late to hold you any longer. I left so you wouldn't have to. Your last look fell like quiet glass. You chose silence, I chose to believe. It hurts less when you walk first. That lie still hums in my chest. I walk through such cold rooms alone. Each echo calls your softer name. Now I see I loved you afraid. Pull back hands before they felt yours. I thought I dodged the deepest wound. I only learned I was loveless. I left so you wouldn't have to. Empty doorways frame my fading light. I waited, you didn't reach for me. If I had spoken, I'd hold you longer. My fault lives